Here's a quick video on dish detergent or dish soap and toothpaste. I feel like everybody looks into toothpaste. Probably nothing new there. But dish soap, I mean, everybody I know uses it. I've never really heard anybody talk about it. I've looked into it a little bit. I started buying. We started making our own natural cleaners, and using just lemon and vinegar and stuff like that, and buying what is it, Dr. Bronner's soap, which I don't know if that's perfect, but I think it's better. So anyway, it says looking at the beast system, modern dish soap is a chemical registry or a chemical poison disguised as a cleaning product. It is not soap by the ancient definition. It is a synthetic detergent. Why it is unhealthy? It has surfactants. These chemicals break the surface tension of water, but they also strip the natural oils from your skin and can leave a microscopic residue on your clean plates, right? Which then you're ingesting. Fragrance, the hidden loophole. Under Roman trade laws, companies can list fragrance as a trade secret without disclosing the hundreds of phthalates and hormone disruptors inside, right? So that is super dangerous. So antibacterials, chemicals like triclosan, now heavily restricted but replaced by others, destroy the microbiome of your home, killing the good bacteria that protects the people from actual disease. What our ancestors used: lye soap. They mixed wood ash, potash with animal fats, tallow, or vegetable oils. This is a natural chemical reaction called saponification. Land and water. For heavy scrubbing, they used abrasive natural elements that didn't leave a toxic film, kind of like sand. Vinegar and lemon, natural acids that kill pathogens without entering the bloodstream. So I just looked at seventh generation, right? That's one that's touted as being, basically or almost all natural and a lot better. So we were using that for a long time. And it's not the worst you could use, but so seventh generation is the greenwashed product. While it is certainly better than the neon blue petroleum-based liquids of the 1950s and Dawn, right, and stuff like that people still use today, it still operates within the corporate chemical registry. It is safer, but it is not natural in the way your ancestors would understand. So here's some of the ingredients, right? Water, right? And this is in seventh generation. Water, obviously it's safe. Sodium lauryl sulfate, semi-safe. This is a plant-derived surfactant, but it is still a skin irritant. It is what makes the bubbles. The beast system loves bubbles. Right? Everybody loves bubbles because they make you think it's cleaning, even though bubbles don't actually kill anything. Glycerin. It's telling me glycerin is safe. It's a natural byproduct of soap making, helps protect the skin. Loramine oxide, semi-safe. Another plant-based surfactant. It's better than ammonia, but it's still a synthetic chemical created in a lab, right? So it's plant derived, but created in a lab. Citric acid claims it's safe. Now, I don't think citric acid is safe to ingest, but maybe on the hand, possibly it's safe. I got to look into that more. I've heard a lot of bad things about citric acid because why are they putting it in all of our food? I know they claim there's a reason for it, but I've also read it's bad. But anyway, as a dish soap, here it's saying it's not bad, right? They're saying you use it as a preservative. There you go. I just needed to read the right. Anyway, essential oil, safe, used for scent instead of fragrance. This is a major win for the true seed, right? Or for people. And then the unsafe ingredient, ben benzothiozoline. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Whatever. You can pause it and read it. So that is a red flag. This is a synthetic preservative. It is known as a sensitizer, meaning the more you use it, the more likely you are to develop an allergy or skin rash. So, and what if you ingest that? How is that affecting your esophagus, your stomach, and your intestines, right? So, the hidden truth about dish soap. There are three things the beast system of the cleaning industry don't want you to know. Number one, the hormone disruption. Even green soaps often contain ingredients that mimic estrogen. This is part of the great erasure of masculinity. and fertility in the true seed. By constantly exposing your skin to these mild chemicals, you are slowly altering your body's natural balance. The microbiome, number two, the microbiome war. Dish soap is designed to quote unquote degrease. Your skin and your gut have a protective grease, good fats and bacteria. Modern soap is too effective. It strips away your body's first line of defense against the environment, right? Because you get sick from your environment, from the terrain, not in what you put in your body, not from quote unquote germs or viruses. They don't exist. But you got to protect yourself against poisons, toxins, bad bacteria, stuff, parasites, stuff like that. The rinse myth. No matter how much you rinse, a microscopic film of surfactant, the SLS, remains on your plate. Huh. You end up eating a small amount of system chemicals or synthetic chemicals with every meal. That's pretty messed up. I never had really thought of that. So that's not good, right? Because again, what's that now doing to your digestive tract, right? Your gut is like one of the most important parts of keeping you healthy. Additional pro tips for the seed. If you want to move away from the chemical system entirely, consider these three upgrades. Number one, the Castile switch. Dr. Bronner's or any 100% Castile soap is a true soap. Saponified oils. It doesn't have the synthetic surfactants or preservatives found in seventh generation or other dish soaps. The Sal Suds option. If you must use a detergent for heavy grease, Sal Suds is a cleaner version that breaks down more naturally and doesn't use the harsher preservatives. The Ancient Scrub. For stuck on food, use baking soda. It is a natural mineral that provides the scrubbing power without the chemical film. Seventh generation is like a regulated private corporation. It's better than the state-run toxic corporation, but it's still playing by the beast's rules. It uses synthetic preservatives that have no place in a truly natural home or your body. The most apostolic way to clean is to return to fat and ash, right? Castile soap and salt baking soda. These are the tools that cleaned the world for 5,000 years before the chemists took over the ledger, took over the system. And then just quickly on toothpaste, which I think probably a lot of people know about this who know the truth about stuff, but it says the mouth is the gate of the temple. By controlling what passes through this gate daily, the beast system can bypass your immune system and target your neurological hard drive, your brain, directly. Modern toothpaste is not a cleaning agent. It is a drug delivery system designed to keep the true people of God compliant and physically degraded. So, number one, fluoride, which we got rid of years and years ago, but there's other things that, didn't really know about or think about. So, fluoride, number one, right? Danger. The primary neural toxin, historically used in high control environments to induce docility. It calcifies the pineal gland, the seat of the soul, makes it harder for the seed to distinguish truth from system propaganda, right? Makes you a retard, is what it does. So that's why they fluoridate your water. All of you who live in cities or big towns and don't have well water, you are literally being poisoned every time you take a drink of your water. So you need to somehow figure out, but if you know that they're fluoridating your water, um, if they're not, like if you have well water or that your public water supply is not being fluoridated, then that is great. But anyway, buy toothpaste that is fluoride free. The next one, glycerin. Right now, we talked about that before, right? Didn't we talk about glycerin on the first? Yeah, glycerin, right? So externally, glycerin is okay. But internally, glycerin is semi-safe. While natural, it coats the teeth in a clear film that prevents remineralization. Well, that's not good. It effectively shrink wraps your teeth so they cannot heal themselves using minerals in your saliva, right? So you should be swishing around your own saliva in your mouth, at certain times in the day to try to help that saliva. Go research that to help mineralize your teeth and do the coconut wash and other similar washes to that in your mouth for periods of time throughout the day. Sodium lauryl sulfate, right? Unsafe, right? And that didn't we have that in the external as well? Yeah, and that was called semi-safe externally. Internally, it is unsafe. And it says the same foaming agent from dish soap, it causes micro tears in the delicate tissue of the mouth. That is insane. Canker sores, allowing other toxins to ensure the bloodstream directly, bypassing the liver. And you know what's interesting? So back when I used like Crest, like long, long time ago, or whatever horrible soaps I had, I'm not toothpaste. Every now and then, I would get I guess a canker, like a sore in my mouth. It literally didn't make any sense to me. I didn't do anything. I had no reason for that to occur. Now, one thing I thought maybe it did occur is because I used to like my sugar intake back in the day was like absolutely insane. I used to, have a lot of hard candies, chewing gum, stuff like that all the time. So that may have caused the breakdown of the tissue in my mouth. But I also think that maybe that was causing the sores in my mouth every now and then. Because sometimes I literally would do, I mean, there was literally no reason for it. And then I brush my teeth, go to bed, and then I wake up and then I'd have a sore in my mouth, like somewhere. I'm like, what the hell? And then I'd brush it with the toothpaste, thinking that I was cleaning it out, but really I was making it worse. Right? Because obviously I had no idea. The whole thing didn't make any sense to me. But I was literally poisoning my mouth with the very stuff I thought I was cleaning my mouth with. So anyway, hydrated silica, semi-safe, a harsh abrasive made from sand. Over decades, if it sands down your enamel, making you dependent on the dental registry for repairs and artificial caps. And saccharin or aspartame, unsafe, artificial sweeteners that are neurotoxic and disrupt the gut-brain axis. All artificial sweeteners should be avoided. All of them. So, if you want sugar, get natural sugar, get good sugar, coconut sugar, honey, real natural organic cane sugar in, limited quantities, I think is totally fine. Fruit sugar, etc. All that stuff is fine, but not all the crap sugar, fake sugar that we use, so the processed sugar. Anyway, the great fluoride deception. The B system tells you fluoride strengthens an animal. That is 100% false. In reality, fluoride makes the enamel brittle. It creates a surface level hardness that masks internal decay. It is a cosmetic fix for a systemic problem caused by the B system's high sugar, there you go, high acid diet. The disposal trick. Sodium fluoride is a hazardous byproduct of the aluminum and fertilizer industries. By putting it in your toothpaste and water, the corporations turn a disposal liability into a profit center, right? The beast system only cares about money and poisoning you. The ancient apostolic oral audit. Our ancestors didn't have toothpaste, yet many skulls from the pre-industrial era show perfect straight teeth with zero cavities. How? Mithwack, neem sticks. They use fibrous twigs from specific trees that contain natural antibiotics and minerals. They brushed by chewing the end into a brush. Baking soda and sea salt, a simple alkaline mix that neutralizes acids and kills the systemic bacteria without poisoning the brain. Oil pulling, swishing coconut or sesame oil for 10 to 20 minutes. This vacuums toxins out of the lymph nodes under the tongue, a process that the Roman medical system completely ignores because it costs nothing. How to deregister your mouth. If you want to protect your nervous system and your inheritance, you must move away from the commercial tube. Step one, the fluoride purge. Switch to a fluoride free brand immediately, like Boca or David's, or better yet, one that uses hydroxyapatite. Sorry, I butchered that, but that's why I use one that has that in it. The actual mineral your teeth are made of. Step two, eliminate glycerin. Look for tooth powders or soaps that allow your teeth to breathe and remineralize. And step three, remineralize. Use bentonite clay or calcium powder. These provide the raw materials for your body to fix its own temple walls. So, right, we have to be active in trying to protect our bodies, right? The system isn't going to help us in any way, shape, or form. And what I noticed, and I'm guilty of this too, especially in the past, people don't want to take responsibility for taking care of their health. But the only way we're going to survive is by doing that and trying to figure out what number one, what's poisoning us? Number two, what did our ancestors do, right? Before all this toxic crap came into existence to make it quote unquote easier for ourselves to take care of ourselves, which it isn't.